Hello, everybody. Intuition here. Thank you, as always, for making time and space for us. Today, we would like to discuss natural disasters. We know at this time it will be important for you to understand the difference between natural disasters, why they happen, what causes them, and the difference between natural disasters and man-made natural disasters. Even though all natural disasters are man-made, there's a difference between a more organic, naturally occurring natural disaster, as opposed to a man-made, very methodical, planned out natural disaster. Before we go into that, though, it will be important to understand energy, because energy plays a big part in what attracts these natural disasters to certain places and spaces beyond the scientific, intellectualized understanding. Because though that is important to understand and has much truth to it, there is still some things that are missing within that scientific explanation that do not necessarily give everybody the whole picture of why certain things happen to certain places on the globe within the world. So, at the basis, everything is energy. Yes, we are energy, and then therefore we are attracted to energy. People will move to different places and spaces within the globe, within the continent, within the United States, we will just say, based off of the resonant energy that that state and that place gives off. You will think, well, I like the climate there. Well, I like it because it is more politically in attunement with my values and morals. But at the end of the day, what is calling to you is the energetic pattern, the state that it is in. State, if you look at that word, it is, yes, a boundary between one place and another, but also a state is an energetic state. Energetically, there's something that happens within a state that then therefore creates a boundary. That is why the states were created, because there is so much difference between one state from another based off of the energy that then therefore projected into, well, we value this as opposed to we value that, so then therefore we shall be separated from each other. So at the end of the day, again, it is energy, and you will be called to move to a certain place based off of the energy pattern that is resonant with you. And that will be a dictation of, I want to move there because that is representative of who I am, or that is representative of where it is that I want to be, in the sense of what it is that I want to move into energetically. So I'm going to surround myself in that energy so I get to that trajectory. So you will move to a certain place in a certain state because that energy resonates with you, and that will help you to move further along your journey. And when you get a cluster of like-minded individuals in one place, in a certain state, in a certain area, what you start doing is there is a collective renaissance that moves through the world, moves through the energetic pattern, that then therefore attracts certain energies to it. Because if you get one very densified energy pattern, it's not just one person that has that like-minded idea in their energy. It is 100,000 people, because 100,000 people live there and they're all similar in their energy. What you get is a mass explosion, a mass projection of that energy wave out. And when that energy wave goes out, other energies are attracted to that energy that is being dispelled. And so certain natural disasters are attracted to certain energies that certain individuals, a group of individuals, have, that then therefore that energy will come to visit them, we will call it. So you will hear sometimes when natural disasters happen that this natural disaster affected everybody. It affected everybody on this street, but there's this one house, there's this one person who it didn't affect. Literally everybody else is underwater, but this one person, for some reason, for some rhyme, they did not get affected. The water did not pool into their house. The hurricane did not pull off their roof. The tsunami missed their house by this much. And that is showing that that one person had a different energetic pattern that then therefore was able to divert or neutralize that energetic chain, that natural disaster, so that they were not affected like everybody else who had that similar like-minded energy. So it is important to understand natural disasters happen because of the energy that is residing in a certain location that then therefore becomes attractive for certain energies, destructive patterns to come in and visit them. So when we say a natural disaster is always man-made, what it means is humans are always at the forefront, always at the crux of inviting these natural disasters in. Because if there was a different energetic grid, if there were different energies that weren't so consolidated and based in one uniform collective thought process that then therefore evokes a certain energetic pattern out, if there was more of a disbursement between different energies, you would be seeing a very different pattern coming through. And then therefore that natural disaster could very well be completely avoided because it would not be attracted in the same way that it is to that geographic pattern, to that geographic place and space. And that doesn't necessarily, again, mean hurricanes. That means all disasters. Earthquakes and hurricanes or tornadoes and tsunamis and all of these things. They are very specific to certain regions because there are certain specific individuals that live there that resonate a certain energy that then therefore attract those certain things to happen. And so, all natural disasters are man-made disasters. However, it is no surprise that the governments, that the rich and famous, the people that have influence and power and money have figured out a way to control the weather. And how they have figured out a way to control the weather is by knowing what it is that we just shared with you. They're able to see what certain energies call and draw certain either energetic weather patterns or certain cataclysmic disasters into being based off of the energy that is being expelled out, because they have been able to watch and witness how we subconsciously, in our unawareness, call those natural disasters in. And in them being able to witness that and see that, they have been able to create a way to manipulate these weather patterns, to manipulate these natural disasters in such a way that they are able to make it happen with complete manipulation, in the sense of it is not as disorganized. They're able to do it to such a degree, to such a science, that they're able to say, we're going to send out this energetic waveform, and that energetic waveform is going to attract exactly what it is that what we are looking for. It is going to be this big, it is going to have this much power, it is going to have this much torque in the wind speed, it is going to do this, that, the other, and we know it for certain because we have been able to do it. We, meaning people in our unawareness, have been able to control disasters, natural disasters, for years. However, we're just not aware of how we do it. However, scientists, government, and people that have money are in very much awareness of how it is that these natural disasters are orchestrated, and have gotten it down to a science to be able to control the weather, to be able to control these fluke incidents of weather patterns. So what we will say is this: it is important to understand the difference, again, between a more naturally occurring, organic, natural disaster. And again, we are at the forefront of all natural disasters, but it's just the difference of the way in which it's manipulated. Is it manipulated by the collective that is in that one place, that is radiating a certain energetic waveform, that is then therefore attracting a certain energy to come visit? Or is it a certain person, government, individual that is sending out that waveform in such a strategic manner that it is delivering something that is that we have never seen. We'll call it that. Many of these inclements, natural disasters that we've been seeing, some of them are natural, but some of them are not natural in the way that they are more man-made than us organically being in an unawareness and then attracting that to the area in which we live in. Because again, all you have to do is be aware of those different things. If it is a natural disaster, it is not as organized, because human energy at its core, even if we collectively have the same values, ideas, and are emanating the same energetic waveform, there's still disparities in that energy, which make then, therefore, the natural disaster that comes for us a little disorganized. However, man-made natural disasters are not disorganized. They come out of nowhere, seemingly, or it's not that they come out of nowhere, but there is a big stall in it coming towards you so that it gains a certain momentum and trajectory so that they're able to rule out statistically the ways in which it may go to make sure to account for everybody's individual energy that might throw off the storm in the trajectory in the way that they would like it to go. So it either comes out of nowhere or there's a big stall in it coming to you. Because again, in it stalling, they are simply trying to rule out everybody's energy to make sure that it goes the exact same path in the exact same way in which they're wanting it to go, so that they get the result in which they're looking for. And that result is going to be indicative based off of who is pushing the storm to begin with, so to speak. Who is in charge of the manipulation of the man-made natural disaster? And so, just a little food for thought. We could go on and on about this. However, we do not know that it would be beneficial to do so. However, it is, again, important for you to understand the difference between those two things. And why we share this with you is just simply to know that you are in control. Always. Even though it seems like a big natural disaster is coming towards you, you are in control in the sense of your energy and your waveform of what it is that you're sending out. You could be the one on the street that doesn't get affected by the natural disaster, by the tornado, by the hurricane that is coming towards you. Simply by changing your energetic waveform, that will then therefore allow for a different circumstance to happen to you. But it is, at the end of the day, up to you. And it is important for you to know why you're drawn to a certain place to begin with, that then therefore sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, influences the certain disasters that come to visit you all as a collective. As always, we are full of gratitude for you making time and space for us, and we wish you well, understanding how powerful you are, because at the end of the day, that's really all it is about. You're so powerful that you're creating and drawing to you huge cataclysmic weather issues, cataclysmic disasters towards you, because you're that powerful. How incredible. Now, if you just know how to use that power, how wonderful that will be. Well wishes, as always.